Do you ever sit down in the morning to get started on a wedding film that's due in 8 hours, and then before you know it, it's nighttime, and you spent the whole day procrastinating and wasting time on YouTube or other unproductive things? So today I want to take a non-traditional approach and talk about some weird tricks that I do that helps me kick procrastination in the face and actually get stuff done. But before we dive into your grandma's medicine bag, let's talk about today's sponsor, Pic-Time. In today's fast-paced creative world, delivering quality work just isn't enough. You really need the right tools to elevate your experience and grow your business. And Pic-Time is here to help revolutionize how wedding photographers and videographers deliver stunning work and create an immersive experience for their couples. From their gorgeous minimalistic design to weaving together both photo and video into one viewing experience and powerful sales tools, Pic-Time helps you maximize your revenue while also streamlining the delivery process. And the truth is, your work doesn't just tell a story. It also builds relationships. And the best way to grow your business is to strengthen and nurture those relationships. And with Pic-Time's vendor network, you can seamlessly collaborate with all the vendors from the wedding day. And it makes it super simple and streamlined to deliver content to these vendors, from the florist, the planner, the DJ, the venue. So for all of my hybrid shooters out there, if you're interested in checking out Pic-Time, I do have a code that you can use to get 1 month free. So head over to Pic-Time and use my code WAYWARD at checkout so you can start building your vendor network and delivering a beautiful client experience. All right, so something that I have always done to help me get locked in to the creative process, or any creative task really, is by lighting a candle. My fiance makes non-toxic candles with essential oils, and they're honestly the best thing ever. It detoxifies the air, it smells great, and it triggers my mind to lock in on work mode whenever that candle is lit. And I truly believe it helps me stay focused on what I need to get done in a day. The next weird trick, I'm not gonna lie, it totally sucks. For the last few days, I have been experimenting with cold showers. It's painful, it's so damn cold. I literally have to hype myself up every single time, but the benefits are absolutely incredible. I honestly feel amazing afterwards. I feel focused, I feel energized. It hurts. And I feel so much better when I take a cold shower at the end of it than I do when I take a regular warm shower. Now, cold showers, cold plunging, it's not necessarily something new for me. I did experience with cold plunges a couple years ago when I started the podcast, and I did experience so many benefits from doing this, not just from the energy that I got, but also reducing inflammation, muscle soreness. But I think the biggest lesson that it taught me is just embracing discomfort and improving your ability to handle challenges. Diving into weird trick number 3. Now, our editing space, it's our sanctuary, a creative haven that has the ability to increase our creativity or decrease its efficacy. And I always get called out for rearranging my office every other week because it's literally every other week that I'm rearranging things. But I fully believe that your environment passively influences your behavior. So if you want to be more productive, your workspace should cue that habit. You know, if your editing station is cluttered, oftentimes you're going to feel more cluttered. If your camera is tucked away in a Pelican case where it's out of sight, you'll end up picking it up less often, because what's out of sight is generally out of mind. You really want to design your space so that those good habits, filming, editing, planning, communicating with couples, are easy to engage with, and where bad habits like procrastination and distractions are harder to engage in. Now, of course, I'm far from perfect with this, but the more that I reduce friction and make things easier for myself, like being able to just pick up the camera and film something, or hop on a call with a potential couple, or have a template ready to go for my emails to create responses to potential leads, eliminating that friction just helps me be more productive. Now, some of us tend to have a perfectionist mentality with our work, which causes us to overthink the process, spend days and weeks mulling over just one sequence within our film, and ultimately creating more stress and more anxiety the longer it takes us to complete a task. And this trick is more of a mindset shift than a trick, but it can be incredibly freeing once you learn how to let go of perfectionism, because perfectionism can sometimes be the enemy of progress. And by learning how to embrace good enough, you open the door to more creative opportunities and better client experiences. experiences. Now, a good rule to consider is the 80-20 rule. This is a rule within perfectionism where 80% of the results can be achieved by just 20% of the effort. Versus if you're using that 20% to try to get things perfect, you end up spending 80% of your time and energy, which just diminishes the return of your time investment with this project. So you really want to try to identify the vital 20% of what the biggest difference maker is within your film, because oftentimes done is better than perfect. And the last trick that helps me stay focused and reduce procrastination is time blocking. This is a structured approach to planning your day, where you allocate blocks of time for specific tasks. And it's incredibly effective for beating procrastination because it eliminates decision fatigue and creates a clear plan of attack on what needs to get done in a given day. Because when you have zero idea on what you're going to do for that day, it just creates this anxiety, creates this stress and time and energy that you have to use to figure out what you're going to do and what you're going to accomplish, which generally creates the overwhelm, which generally makes it easier to simply procrastinate because you're now in this paralysis by analysis mentality because you don't really know what's the most important thing to do, what takes priority, and then you start analyzing all of it. And when a task has a dedicated time on your calendar, you simply feel more responsible to get it done. And now time blocking really goes for all aspects of life, not just your business. It can be editing, filming, communications, family time, vacations. In order to eradicate procrastination, you need to build a routine and create those boundaries to protect your time, your energy, because as I said before, these are limited resources. And if you stay stuck in that loop, it's just going to keep diminishing your work-life balance. So identify the key tasks that need to get done and be realistic with your time. For me, I only like to work on one specific thing in a 2-hour time window. That way I can dedicate more time to other areas of my business and my life. And the best thing you can do is also set time in your schedule to get outside, go to lunch with a friend or family member, some time away from work so that you can just recharge, you can decompress a little bit throughout the day and come back with a fresh perspective. But those are my 5 weird tricks on how you can beat procrastination and get more stuff done. Hope you guys found this video helpful and valuable in some way. If you did, it would mean so much if you consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, keep creating and telling beautiful stories. Peace.